their bags and moved to North America, and it has worked so well for them over there. Grew a pretty sizable fan base, honestly, over in the North American scene, and really coming here representing the North American LCS. Pick and ban's underway. Lee Sin, Aurelia being taken away. Aurelia, a big champion of going in that top lane. And of course, there's the Zilean ban. Kind of a staple diet through the world so far.
Yeah, we're going to see him banned in pretty much every game. Or we're going to see him first pick. But the Lee Sin ban from LMQ, I really like it because Loveling as a jungler, he loves to make the big plays. Lee Sin is his main pick. And he's been very inconsistent. So I feel like if you target him, remove his comfort pick, which is Lee Sin, you might get him on a champion where he can make some mistakes in the first game.
Yeah, I think so far these pick bans, they're putting a lot of pressure on the jungle and support roles here. Because Kha'Zix and Lee Sin both banned out, these guys both like early dueling junglers. And both of these supports have had a lot of success on Braum.
Question is, are we going to see a Rengar pick coming here for either LMQ or OMG? If we look back at like the regular season, we didn't see a lot of Rengar. We actually didn't. We barely saw any Rengar, and once we did see OMG play, they always lost.
So first picks coming through. You can see, of course, the rest of the bans. Alistair and Kha'Zix was in there. Thresh first pick. That's a big one for me for LMQ because, of course, Tristana on the table has been a very successful pick for Vasily. We'll see whether OMG go with that one at the moment. Also with the Thresh picked in there, Janna being the flavor of the month right now, was set aside.
Question is, can Dada actually play it? I mean, I feel like LMQ with a Thresh pickup, what they do is they simply target towards Dada and try and do the same as with the Lee Sin ban. We're gonna hit your comfort picks. We know Dada is the weakest link on your team. He plays Thresh and Braum pretty much all the time. They're now taking the Thresh away here. Whoa. He's probably going to go Braum.
Yeah, I think it's definitely an obvious pick here for Braum. That's what he has had the most success on. But taking away the Tristana and Maokai in the first round here for OMG, I feel like LMQ definitely expected this Maokai pick. And they're going to run Rumble into it. We've seen this a couple times. Yep. This could mean some early pressure from No Name up top. Jarvan, very good early ganking jungler. A lot of teams have taken this Rumble Maokai matchup and turned it into feed our top lane Rumble until the point he gets level 6 where we can get dragon control.
Well, you can see, of course, Jarvan and Rumble locked in there. The big thing for me is, though, No Name obviously was questioned on the analyst desk as well. He's only got a 1-2 record on Jarvan throughout the entire summer. So this is clearly something LMQ that came back to China to practice, possibly against OMG. So they may well have seen this one. Interesting lock-ins as well, Nami and Elise.
And they came back to a region where Jarvan was very popular. So they've been practicing against very strong Jarvan players, and Noname's been talking with a lot of these other guys that do play Jarvan. I'm very interested to see if he does max that shield second, as a lot of the Chinese junglers do.
So this pick right here, if LMQ decides to lock in the Yasuo, will be one of the most contested picks between these two teams. Even look at the comp from OMG, you already have triple knock-up if there's going to be a last pick Yasuo from Cool, and it's been a great champion from him. He's been spamming it in solo queue in Korea. He had a game against Royal Club as well. We picked up like 20 kills and died once. They solo carried the team completely. So I feel like LMQ, they have to take the Yasuo here and make sure OMG can just lock it in.
Yeah, he's had a ridiculous amount of success on Yasuo over in North America. But really, I want to call out this Nami pickup for OMG. Dada777 is 0-4 on Nami.
Horrible.
He has a tendency to get caught out. This guy goes for deep wards, very dangerous wards, without having any support. So we'll have to see if Dada changes up his playstyle, because Nami is a very unforgiving champion to go for those wards with.
Syndra was finally locked in for Xiao Wei Xiao, has played it twice, but that's ballsy. Letting Yasuo through against OMG. It has been banned against them 14 times in the summer, and for good reason, because Cool is a very, very good player on Yasuo.
Again, the first 2 times he actually played it, it was kind of lackluster, but then he just really practiced a lot. He spammed it again in Korean solo queue. It's his most played champion. He dominated on it in the playoffs, and into a Syndra pick here. The lane matchup itself, Syndra can definitely harass him a lot and poke him a lot from range, but it is so hard to actually kill him because of the wind wall and because of the fact you have to respect an Elise coming in and then a knock-up landing from Yasuo, and you are dead instantly.
Yeah, I have to say, Cool's Yasuo is the best example of hard work playing off. He took this champion, didn't have success on it, and he put in the time. So much time in Challenger solo queue in Korea to hone his skills. And he came back and he had like 20 kills in one game, pulling it back out.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how this one's going to work out. We heard Double Lift talking about, obviously, the All-Star match when they played with Cool as well, because he came in as that substitute. I remember Frogger talking about how mechanically great Cool was, and the fact that he's on a Yasuo. We saw how good Yasuo players can be last week.
Let's just be real here. Cool is the best mid laner in China by far. He went one-on-one against Faker last year at Worlds and actually held his own